Well, it's gonna probably be an interesting evening. Uh, Nobody is on. Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of people are on, but nobody is wanting to do dungeon runs tonight. Well, I found a couple of random peeps to hang out with. Where's Fetch?
Guess nobody wants to do any dungeon runs.
Nope. I found a pug.
Is Max 12 here?
He got pulled out by his wife.
Oh, I thought he was. What about Tercy? Tercy's, I don't know, he's able to sleep. Leo the Elder.
Or was it?
Dresser, I guess, OFK.
Might have been Leo that got pulled out by his wife. I think it was Leo that got pulled out of the wife, so I stand corrected. Apparently, I'm just zerging fucking dungeons with this random group of people. All level 100 but me. It's funny, this Zerg group, dude, is doing it so fast. It brings me back to the chest run days of New World.
What, is that near the end? I don't remember doing the chest run.
Yeah, remember the chest runs? For like an hour? Three or four times a day?
Can't remember. Been so long ago.
It really is.
What was that? That was just Amazon killing that, wasn't it? Because they were just about, like, they were all talking about, oh, the new expansion, this is coming out, and then all of a sudden, boom.
It wasn't just Amazon. I mean, I'm sure it was stop orders and bullshit too. I mean, let's face it. We all know that they weren't not making the money that they were spending.
I suppose.
So I'll just do random dungeon runs with people.
Who dat?
What's up? What's up? Dude.
He just bought a buff for 12 million, and the group all disbanded. Everyone left. So annoying. That was a waste of 12 million.
Which buff did you buy?
Fucking drop one. I thought I figured the group just got started. So I was like, okay, well, if the group just got started, you figure that means that they're gonna do like 5 runs. You know what I mean? But nope.
Holding off on popping the skills?
No one was on.
Oh.
There was no reason. I didn't need it, and everyone else was AFK. And the 2 people that weren't logged out. I didn't bother popping the buff. Sucks. Sucks so much.
Why do you suck so much?
Well, I was expecting to do dungeon runs. That fell through, so I joined a group that seemed to be just getting started, so I figured, oh, we're gonna do 5 runs. So I bought the fucking drop buff. We did 1 run. Everybody left.
Oh, shit.
So that just was 12 million down the shitter. Oh, found another group.
There you go, you see? Things tend to work out.
Looks like it's the same bunch of people. I wonder if they got pissed off because I wasn't level fucking 100. I got back in. Somebody joined.
Hey.
I'm about to go home.
Working on some towards some 75 gear. You guys doing a dungeon run?
Nope. Didn't happen.
All right.
Nobody was here on time. Those that were here, one of us got called away. So the whole clan dungeon run thing went to shit.
Well, if anything alternative materializes, I'm up for it. Till then, I'll be cutting some trees.
It's fun. I get it. Got into a random pug group that seems to be blasting through it.
Hey, Wizard, how material intensive is level 75 jewelry to make?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
That's dual crafting 60, and I am at 57. shit. Hey. All right, let's go again. Already got that one. Whoops. We'll do some more organization. Okay, pretty good. No complaints. Say it again. Need anything, everything, and anything that has to do with cooking.
I should be looking up either woodcutting food or woodcutting potion.
Oh, you do potion making. I just hit 60 not too long ago. Tough.
What's it? Do you know offhand what kind of things I need to do? Something for wood cutting boosts?
Nope. Nope. All potion making is harvesting and skinning. That's it.
All right. What about harvesting then?
What do you mean, what about harvesting?
Types of materials that required for pots.
Oh, everything
Make
you
a-
harvest are all pot materials.
Got her. Okay, on to the next.
queue us up again. Get rid of the content creator tag. Because, I think I keep getting kicked from groups because I have that stupid tag up. Things selling. Need to craft some more boxes. More boxes. Ew. Really? Fucking kicked again. Not like anybody's fucking dying. This is where I get fucking lost. Figured I'd learn after doing this damn thing 100 times. Nope, still get lost. Okay, gonna get kicked again, I'm sure. I'm sorry I don't spend all my time getting the best fucking gear. I have a life. Not really. A very little life. Baby Vegeta. His name is Baby Vegeta. Power Stone. Okay. Okay. A 100. You need 100. You have to do 100 dungeons to get a Terra. Dungeons. Dang. And it's not like you could spam the dungeons. You literally can only do a certain amount of dungeons a day. And I was at 1,000. You could get up to 1,000 points. I'm just gonna do this all night. I mean, with the amount of weight that I could carry, I spent too much goddamn money. I can not have to fucking deal with. Most of the weight is fucking repair parts. I want to know why everyone's doing this particular one. Why is that fool's name Purple? Anyone else see that? They're like 5-minute runs.
Okay, I have a question.
Go.
Why did I come back to my character off the edge of my boat and dead?
I don't know, but I can't. A couple times when I got back from my AFK fishing, I was stuck in the wall.
I was literally
boat.
off the boat, like literally I could see the boat like to my left. I could rotate my camera and it's right there. How, like I was 3 feet off of my boat. Or I was 3 feet back from the wall, at least 3 feet back.
If I accidentally click off the reward window for the dungeons, how do I bring it back up?
I don't know. Hey Wizard, I'm up to 30K or 30 million just from being gone for the day.
That's good. The fucking purple potions that I listed aren't fucking selling.
Oh, that's weird. One second, I gotta grab my phone.
Let's see.
Oh, you didn't use the buffs since nobody got on?
Nope. No one got on at all. Everyone was AFK. So I was like, well, no point in
2 days.
popping it.
2 days of no buffs. I'm having withdrawals.
Oh, I used them this morning.
Yeah, I had to go doctors and errands earlier today. I got back and realized I hadn't plugged in my headphones, so my headphones were dead. So yeah, I need sugar. Sugar beets to finish, so I get sugar so that I can cook. Harvest sugar.
Come on. To the right. Left, apparently. Okay. After the next. And get a chance to organize. That's okay. So, Aris, tomorrow I have nothing going on.
I heard you.
Oh, you were here for that? So I should
Yes,
be
sir.
on a lot more than I was for the last 2 days.
I won't be on hardly at all tomorrow.
Now we got
Got it a little
school.
bit in the morning yet. Drunk really wants me to go look. Basically, he has made me want to go look around Channel 2.
Oh, dude, he was
Yeah,
in channel with me. All the fucking animals. Did he tell you about the animals?
no.
He found a base that was probably had about 500 million worth of animals standing around. So he's like, I can't get all these.
Did you go help him?
Yeah, he started at one end and I went to the other.
Nice.
I asked him if he wanted all the shit I picked up since he found it. He's like, nah. He did strike gold twice today, though.
Yeah, he did.
I'm gonna have to put my AC on if these days keep up, dude. It's getting warm real quick.
I already turned my AC on, but I turned it on up at like 76. Just to take the edge off, because when I get home, my fucking house is hot as fuck.
It's gotta be about 80, 85 down here on my floor.
How do you do?
How do you what?
How do you delete a workbench?
Delete a workbench.
Technically, you can't delete it. You have to pick it up. You open your inventory, then click on it, and it'll say take. And it picks it up, and then you have, I don't know what you...
Wait, when you say delete a workbench, you mean in your house that you placed?
Yeah.
Oh, open up your I think it's you, the build menu, and middle mouse click on it.
Yeah, I just want to get rid of the old T1.
Getting rid of the T1s is fine, unless they're the beehives. Oh, excuse me. Little. Dungeons left. About halfway done. Oh, I got another different power stone. Go ahead and organize that. Motherfucker. Missed the fucking treasure room. That really pisses me off. Oh, fuck you, dude. Self note. Stop going into treasure rooms on pug dungeon runs. I think this is the first time I've ever streamed without my hoodie on. And the only reason why is it's so fucking hot. So, Nurse,
What's up?
today, just today, I put in 27 job applications.
27.
27.
You tired of sitting at home?
I need money, bro. So, as we've talked about earlier, my pension basically pays the bills. So
Yep.
I could literally sit at home and be fine.
Yep.
Problem is I have no money to do anything extra. Nothing.
Right.
And I'm getting to the point where it's getting close to summer, and you know, want to be able to take the kids out to places, and I just don't have the disposable income for it. But I only put in for part-time because technically all the money I'm going to make is basically play money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if I get like $400 or $500 a week, that's going out for the weekend, taking the kids somewhere. So the only and it's hilarious because what really bothers me is, oh shit, well that means I'm not going to be able to game all day.
Well, you know, most part-time jobs are going to want you to work on the weekends.
So we'll see. Well, if you're up for dungeons, I'm in a group that's doing 5-minute runs, and they just opened it up again. Weren't you
Probably do
before?
that.
Oh, we just went in. So what's so special about Grim Point? Because it seems that that's the only dungeon that freaking pugs do. Any ideas?
Let's see here. So very hard. It pops rings, bags, leg pieces, and it gives you Astral Complex set, Deceptive Grace set, Fortress of Valor set, HP stones, MP stones, HP regeneration, and MP regeneration. So I'm betting it's for those power stone.
It's just that I've been doing this for a while. I mean, was at 1,000. I'm down to 480 points.
Wow. That's okay. You'll get 300 back tomorrow.
Well, you know me. This is not my usual activity. But
Hey, this isn't my usual activity. I'm running around to all the fucking red circles on channel 2.
really, taking the way
Yes.
going the same way a drunk did, huh?
I figure if there's a shot, it's 10 o'clock. So at the earliest, it's 7 o'clock for West Coasters.
You're looking to raid empty bases.
Well, you gotta destroy their altar,
Well,
but yeah.
Drunk had a couple of
Oh
really
my god,
good.
dude, that dude had so much luck today. Go ahead, Will.
No, you beat me to it. He had some serious luck with a couple of bases that he found. One of them was actually built and had like probably about 150 million worth of jewelry crafting materials in it.
So once you destroy the altar, you can take anything that's there.
Yep.
As long as it's the red circle.
Wow, nice.
So he basically spends his days. First off, he grinded to a level 100 and got a decent plus A gear set. And that's one. Then what this guy did was he spends his days rather than like, I'm a crafter. That's what I do. I spend all day fucking gathering. You know, Ross is the same way. He's a crafter. He spends most of his time gathering. But what he finds fun is going to all the red spaces and he bounces around in the channels. Goes all through red spaces, finds bases that are actually built rather than just the altar for the bonus XP, destroys the altars, and fucking takes everything. And he struck gold today a couple times. He found one where he's like, Wizard, you gotta come help me. And this guy had like 500 million worth of animals.
Oh, the first one he did was this morning, and he had over a. He couldn't even gather because he couldn't. By the time he gathered everything and left and came back, it had despawned, and he got over 1,000 corn.
Oh yeah, he still has that corn too. He asked me how much the corn is worth. I was like, bro, I'll be honest with you. There's so much. You need to craft so much that 1,000 corn really doesn't do that much.
What did I do, man? What the fuck? There's a button. My F keys don't work right now. My F1 keys don't work.
That's random.
You're always effing around.
Nope. I don't have any. I don't have any rope. Yep, I don't have any rope. Fuck. It's not that that's not working. I don't have any. I don't have any ropes to lasso shit.
Right back.
know, I want to open up the guild funds, give everybody like 25 fucking mil. The only problem with doing that is if they add something later that's like a billion coin, we won't have it. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So yeah, you probably made your account either today or yesterday and you're a bot and want to sell followers. Yeah, no. Yes. So nobody jumps in the stream and sees that. Moving on. Waiting for another queue. It is. Oh, come on. Oh, so annoying. All right. Let's switch back over to channel 1. You know, where my base is. Take some. Put all this shit away. I still gotta collect all my goddamn vegetables. So there's that. Sorry about that hat here. I was out and about a lot today. I hardly gamed at all. Too far. Too much shit. Did you ever sell that chess piece you made?
Nope. I didn't even put it up.
So, oh, +8 dual dagger blade weaver set. 0.5 billion. And it's only 288. That's like the lowest end, isn't it?
That's a dual dagger. That's not a chess piece.
I know, I'm looking at it. That's what reminded me about your chess piece, because I know you have one that you could sell probably for $1 billion or some shit. Or half a billion.
300 to 500.
Million, right?
Yeah. Okay, I've been through all those. That's a huge area. That's right by Forgotten Cemetery. I haven't been through all of them, but I've been through a lot of them, and I haven't found nothing. So I guess I'm just shit out of luck.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that Drunk, when he
Does it all the time.
he does it for 7 straight hours, and he only gets, what, 4 hits a week?
Oh no, he had 4 hits today.
He had 2 hits today.
No, he had 3 hits today.
He had 2.5 hits today.
I'm telling you, he had 3 hits today because the first one was a corn, and the second one was
The
the
jewel crafting
animals.
materials.
The jewel crafting, and then the other one was the animals.
Okay, so he hit 3 times this week. He hit it.
That's just today. He hit yesterday too. He finds one almost every day. Almost every day he finds one that he hits something decent on. Nothing great, but today was awesome. Like, he fucking blew it out today.
$13, $16, $9, $5, $3. We got Norse Validate Dispect Dungeon Crawler Carl. The role-playing game. Who that?
Who me? Who be me?
Sounds like charisma.
Yes.
Like I'm making guess because his mic is always so low.
Sorry. Can you hear me better?
Yep.
Yep. I still have you at 200%, but yep. What's going
There
on?
we go. Oh, nothing. Just killing a few minutes before I gotta set through a stupid ass meeting.
Meeting.
Town council meeting.
Ugh. Politics. Blech.
You're telling me. Yeah, the town hall's closed because of a fire thing, so they're doing it by Zoom, so.
Nuras, my week next week fucking sucks. So, as you know, my son's knee surgery's on Monday. So, you know,
Yeah.
my Monday and Tuesday, I'm gonna be shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Wednesday, my daughter's got all kinds of fucking appointments. Wellness visit. She's got a dentist appointment. Big fucking mess next week, right? On top of school. So my daughter's going to school, which means I still got to do all that shit on top of taking care of my son with the bum knee. Then starting Thursday, so I told you about my aunt's house fire, right?
No.
Okay, so during the winter, I want to say January, maybe February, my aunt's basement caught fire, the furnace caught fire. It was put out so fast, and the response was so quick that the fire didn't spread to anywhere else. But it needs to be cleaned out. And my uncle passed away this past October. And he was, before he got cancer, he was the one who started cleaning it out. So it's like fucking massacre down there, right? So I got a bunch of the cousins and a couple of other people together, and we're cleaning it out. The whole thing in one weekend. It's a crew of like 10 people from Friday to Sunday night.
So Charisma talking about politics reminded you of
The
this.
fire. No, the fire. He mentioned the fire.
Oh.
I hate politics too, man. I've been elected before, so I fucking hate politics.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got elected as a vice president of my union, my last job.
That's
And then they made me
5
a
years ago.
goddamn contract negotiator.
Any position that you got to deal with politics. I mean, the position that I held, I don't even think should have been ran on a party ticket, but you had to run on a party ticket in my state.
I'll tell you, you know who? At first, because, you know, politics, I had no interest whatsoever in dealing with the union or whatever. You know, my supervisors, who were not my lieutenants, who were not in the union, were the ones that says, you need to work, you need to do the union sort thing. I did the union sort thing because I was pushed by my lieutenants to do it. And within 6 months, I was the union vice president because of
That's cool.
because it was one of those. If my guys are wrong, I used to tell them, "No, you're a fucking idiot. I'm not doing that. No, you deserve every goddamn write-up, every suspension minute, everything you got. It's all you, dude. You deserve it. You're an idiot." But when the
Yeah.
lieutenants or the chief
That's
or
not what
somebody
you
else,
do in a union.
no, it's not. But that's why both parties like me, because when somebody fucks it up, I'll tell them straight to their face. I don't sugarcoat it. I'm like, here it is, black and white. You fucked up. I got called into the office by the chief one time and says, you know, I want to write up this guy, Ramon. This is okay. Ramon was his last name. This is okay. Why? As well, you know, big thing being on your cell phone at work. He's on it all the time. I says, how old is he? And he goes, 23. I says, yeah, that sounds about right. And he says, okay. Because we want to write him up. So you want to get him in here and write him up? Or he says, well, I figured I'd talk to you to make sure I do it all legitly, blah, blah, blah. I says, okay. I says, show me the paperwork where you had to counsel him and show me the written warning. And he handed it to me. It was 2 fucking weeks apart. 2 weeks prior, he gave him we call it a verbal warning. So you go and says, you know, listen, this is your verbal warning. You got to stay off your fucking phone. This is a place of business. You're supposed to be observant to your surroundings, not looking down at your phone, playing on Facebook. The second time is he gets a written warning. This is your written warning. This is part of your file. Blah blah blah. You were already warned on this date. So now after that, it becomes a write-up, which is part of your permanent file. But he was also still on probation. The way the system works is you get written up while on probation, you get fired. So,
I used to
and
have
our
to deal
chief,
with shit.
it doesn't have to be the person above the chief, which was the something administrator. Our chief could bring him in and be like, give me your badge, give me your shit. You're going home, you're done. So I said to him, I says, okay, he's on probation. Are you gonna let him go? He says, no, because the guy works. He just doesn't pay attention to anything because he's always on his goddamn phone. I says, okay, get him in here. So he pulls him in here, and he looked at me and knew who I was, and he sits down and he's like, okay. And our chief says, you're required to sign this. If you don't sign it, we can let you go right now. This is your written reprimand for being on your cell phone, being unattentive to your duties, blah, blah, blah. And he says, well, this is ridiculous. And I looked at him, I says, you're lucky you're not fired. I would just sign it and call it a day. And I would highly suggest just leaving your goddamn phone in your locker from now on. This is because if you can't have the self-discipline to not use the goddamn thing unless it's an absolute emergency, then maybe this is not the job for you.
So is it FOP?
FOP.
Fraternal Order of Police?
I was part of the IBPO, which was the International Brotherhood of Police Officers.
Okay.
Same difference.
I know there's a lot of
them
that have used FOP. I mean,
Yeah, no.
at least in my area, that's what it was. When I was a Fed, there was a federal union that I had to deal with when I wrote people up, and it was a pain in the effing ass.
Yeah, but that's the fun thing is I always walk the line between both. That's why the higher ups are the ones who actually pushed it for me to go. Because I had no problems telling people. I had one
Fuck
guy.
off.
I had one guy who was bitching and moaning because he got special treatment for years. Years. I'll never forget it. And then when he finally stopped getting the special treatment, he wanted to file the grievance. I laughed at him.
Gotcha.
I says, you have been given a golden ticket to Easy Street for the last 10 years. And now when you actually have to work, you want to file a grievance? Says, you don't like it, dude? You could quit. Well, no, this is ridiculous. This is favoritism. This is this. This is this. This is okay. Well, here's the paperwork you filling out. I am not signing anything. You're on your own.
I know the part that was a pain in the ass for me was the union rep wasn't on site. They were like 3 freaking states away, and it's like
they
you had to
can't do that.
everything. It was a pain in the ass. Well, it was a federal law enforcement union, so it was totally different.
Yeah, but you should have at least one store on site at all times.
That's
No.
what I thought, but they did
No.
not. And there was nothing I could do about it. But
Different laws here then.
well, yeah, no, there is. I mean, and I worked in a lot of different states, but it's just like the being elected. First time they asked me to run, I was like, get the fuck bent. And, because I was the elected sheriff in the county where I'm from. And then I was like, man, this shit ain't for me. After, I mean, I did run and I did get elected, but that shit gets old, man. Cause
Our
people wanna play
department
politics.
originally was a sheriff's department, and then the
Okay.
state came in, changed us to the marshal's department because they wanted to take over and, you know, be in control. Because the sheriff's department originally was a county. It was, you got elected as high sheriff. It was called the high sheriff, and it was very. There was no real. There were standards, but there was no union. There was no, so if the head sheriff, high sheriff didn't like it, he's like, dude, get bent, you're done. See ya.
You're at will. That's the way it was.
Right, right.
So in Oklahoma, where I'm from, you know, the sheriff is a constitutional created position in the Oklahoma Constitution, and they're the chief law enforcement officer, basically for the county. And so, you know, if I wanted somebody gone, I just fired them. Of course, you know, I always made sure that, you know, you could still get your ass sued. So it's like, you know, there was
That's
due
what
cause.
happened. That's what happened with us. The sheriff's department got sued by a sheriff who got fired against labor law, something, and he lost. And the state came in and said, "All right, we need to make this a proper entity."
Yeah.
And then they switched us. They took us over. They gave us all these policies and procedures. And I'll tell you, I love policies and procedures because they never think of everything, and I do. And it's absolutely glorious because when they're writing them, here's the issue with policy and procedures: when the people who don't do the job are writing them, and they don't consult the people who are actually doing the job, it becomes hilarious. Because it's like, you want me to do this? Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Well, I mean, they do a bunch of dumb shit. That's why, I mean, me personally, I'm a proponent of Lexipol or DMS because they're already proven court defensible policies, and then you tailor them to your agency.
Well, they didn't do that, though.
Yeah.
And the first, 6 months, it was a shit show. It was just hilarious. So, you arrest somebody, you put them in the back of a car. Well, their policy says the cars have to be outfitted with certain things. None of the fucking cars we had were outfitted with those things. So we'd arrest them and we'd sit them on the sidewalk and wait for the freaking state cops the state troopers to come and fucking put them in their car. Because our cars didn't have it. Because they took us over and they're like, okay, we're taking you over. We're going to make you official, blah, 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 blah. But they didn't give us any of the shit that they wanted us to have or do.
Well, that's usually what they do. They don't give you the right tools.
Oh,
I
it was hilarious. Oh God.
I know when I took that sheriff's office over, that thing was so fucking dilapidated.
Oh yeah, it was.
You know, it was terrible.
The two of
for
us
me.
should sit down and talk sometime and tell stories.
Yeah, I got him to pass a sales tax in the county, the only sheriff ever able to get it done. And then, you know, I had millions at that point, so I just had money running out my ass. But when I took it over, it was freaking terrible. But now I'm in my retirement position, basically in Alaska, and I don't really do shit.
Alaska.
Yeah, I'm the chief of police / director of public safety for fire department, EMS, and everything up here. And it's small town.
Yeah, candy bar costs you $18.
No, man, you can order Walmart Plus or Amazon, man, for all your dry goods. It's just like you're buying them in the lower 48. It's all free shipping. And then, you know, just go buy your meat. I'm not far from Juneau. I just go to Juneau, buy all the meat and stuff, and it's actually not bad. I mean, the pay is insane. I mean, you know, my officers, they make a tremendous amount of money. So if you do it right, and they provide us housing. So, I mean, the house I live in is only 18 months old. Don't cost me shit.
And he's retired.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, and it's, you know, I mean... You
collecting your pension? Are you double? We call it double dipping. It's where you collect a pension, they get another position.
No, I've got. I don't want to draw my stuff on anything yet because I can get retirement from being elected, and then I've got my federal stuff setting, but I don't want to draw yet.
Yeah. So
we
We have what's called, I don't know what it's called up there. It's probably called the same thing, if not very close to equivalent, called hazardous duty, a hazardous duty position, which in Connecticut is when you work what's considered a hazardous duty. So 90% of them are uniformed. Police, EMS.
Yeah.
A lot of them are municipalities, like police, but there are state entities. You know, the troopers. My old apartment. You know, they have. Anyway, doesn't matter. Hazardous duty says that when you retire after 25 years, whether you are of age to legally retire or not, you could start collecting your pension, not 401k, your pension. So they pay you for the rest of your life. The day you walk out the door, you can start collecting it.
Yeah, I could do that on my federal side, but I want it to grow because I was a supervisor special agent for a long time. So, I mean, I got a lot of freaking money there, but I just want some things to happen. And then the elected position, you know, it has a retirement. And here, if I spend 5 years here, I'll draw a retirement from the state of Alaska. Because in Alaska, all police officers, even if you work for a city or whatever, you're considered an officer of the state. So you're just like, you have authority throughout the entire state.
By the way, Wizard didn't say this, but in his state, they made a special amendment that hazardous duty pay was anybody working with Wizard.
Yeah. The only thing that I got here that I think is insane is they literally pay us while we sleep because we're on call out stuff, which most officers always are. But yeah, so I get about $40,000 a year additional on top of my pay when I'm not working.
But I'll tell you why that sucks, because you're sitting down. You're welcome. I just finished the farm animal quest for us. It could be any time. You could be sitting down in the middle of dinner with your kids. It could be Christmas morning. Who in the fuck knows? And then you get the call and be like, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day, it would have been. I mean, when I was with the government, we had what was called availability pay as an 1811, a special agent. So you had 25% of base pay on top of your pay. Or if like you're a border patrol agent, it's called automatic unaccounted for overtime, but it's all the same shit because you're subject to call. But I mean, that's why you get take-home vehicles, because you're subject to call out. Otherwise, it's a taxable perk for the IRS.
We didn't get take-home vehicles.
Oh, okay.
We had to actually bring our car to work and take their car from work.
Yeah, no, we always have take-home cars. And the one thing that I like here is it's like 6 months out of the year, there ain't shit happening here. I mean, I just got here in December, but then the other 6 months out of a year, I get about 1 million tourists. So,
yeah, I'll fucking bet. Shit, I've been to Alaska on a cruise, so I know.
That's exactly it, our cruise ships. So the workers for the port are starting to show up now, and the first ship will show up at the end of this month. But it's not a bad gig, man. I mean, I was in Washington for a while, and I lasted about 6 months, and I told them to eat a wiener. And because of their politic bullshit, I said, there ain't no place for politics in a police department, man.
No, there isn't.
And I quit. I said, F you, man.
Good.
The town I live in, there's there's actually a big political thing going on right now. So the chief of police retired, and the acting chief of police was the longest tenured direct hired police officer, and they had him in that position for 19 months, and they hired someone else. Then they found out 3 months after they hired this guy that he didn't quit his other job.
Oh, so he's double dipping.
He's double dipping, and he got fired. So they put this guy back in the role as the intern chief, police chief, for another year.
Jeez.
And then they hired someone else. That was from the department that was a junior to this guy.
Well, there's a lot of that is your politics. You know, it's just like the guy they just hired over in Hawaii County in Hawaii. I mean, I was one of the finalists for that position, and I chose not to go because I knew what was going to happen. They were going to pick the guy that had been there for a while, you know, And it's like, I'm not paying for my travel out there. Eat a wiener, man. You know? So I came to Alaska instead because there's too much politics. Because see, in Hawaii, they have a police department, but they don't have a sheriff's office. So the police department in it is basically your sheriff's office over the entire island.
Yep, it's police, state, fire, yeah, everything. But here's the funny thing, right? So I actually had to testify for that sheriff, or for that city cop. Sorry, this is a city cop thing. Sorry, I was trying to catch a goat. The guy that they hired.
I heard that goat or a lamb or something.
I think he was trying to do something else besides catch it, bro.
Yeah, I was like, man, are you wearing rubber boots and dropped his legs in the boots or what?
Yep, sure did. So, anyways, this guy filed a lawsuit for the city, and I've been fighting the city because my neighbors to my north is a business, and all their drainage comes onto my land. So I've been fighting them for 8 years. And then all of a sudden, I get the summons and I went into court and they're like asking me questions and they're like, oh, well, Mr. Goodson can't. My last name is Goodson. I don't care. Which is really ironic because my first name is Cain. So if you know the Bible, that's a fucking totally ironic name. But anyways, the city was trying to get me not to be able to saying because I had my own grievance against the city. And I asked the judge to speak, and the judge was like, sure, go ahead. I said, look, Your Honor, I'm like, if anything, my grievance literally backs up the officer's statement of political bullshit in this town. And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, so I laid it out. I'm like, I have documented records 3 to 4 times a year. I'm calling because my backyard is flooding. This business has all their water set to drain to the back of their property, which then directly drains into mine. Literally, the city manager, so-and-so, who is sitting right there, looked me dead in the face 4 different times and said, I looked at it, I evaluated it, and I didn't see a problem with it. And he goes, Mr. Goodson, do you have any pictures? I'm like, oh, yes, sir, I do. He goes, would you bring them up here and let me see them? So I pulled up my phone because I have a whole folder of pictures. And he goes, Mr. Goodson is testifying. And the cop is still waiting for an answer.
Well, that's the part that I don't like. That's like here they told me, I mean, when they interviewed me, I said, well, I'm going to tell you, they said, well, do you have requests? I said, well, yeah, there's 2 things. I said, ever ask me to do anything unethical, I'll tell you to get bent. I said, you start pushing your politics in my department, I'll quit. I said, other than that, we'll get along fine. I said, you want to run the department, go to the police academy. So, you know, like, I mean, that's what happened in Washington, the same politics. And it was so stupid. They wanted me to go seize a dock off of a federal waterway.
What?
And they said, go out there and get that floating dock that belongs to so-and-so. I said, absolutely not. And they said, well, you have all the boats, because I had a Marine division also underneath me in Washington. Right. I said, absolutely. I have the equipment to do it. I said, but that's called theft. I'm not taking that freaking dock. I said, there's a damn naval base just right over here. I'll contact them or the Coast Guard, and they can go deal with it. And they said, we want you to remove that. I said, I am not removing that fucking dock, man. And they said, well, you have jurisdiction. I said, not over the freaking dock, I don't. So I was like, and so they just kept on and on and on. And then they dropped it. Then they started back about 2 months later in on me about it. And finally, I just threw my shit on the desk, and they said, what's that mean? I said, that means I fucking quit. Somebody take me to the fucking house. I got up and walked out. So.
The funniest thing I thought about the whole thing was the city's attorney for the case. When I'm testifying, he's like, so, you know, it's a proven fact that most military people lie and they cheat and they steal and they cause havoc and they cause problems and blah blah blah. I'm like, where is that? Where is that statistic? I'm like, we are taught duty, we are taught respect, we are taught honor, and we are taught a work ethic that nobody else can match.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm ex-military, so I disagree with their statement. That's bullshit.
Well, they were trying to discredit me.
Yeah.
And the lawyer brings up, oh well, Mr. Goodson, you were arrested and let go for domestic violence, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, I wasn't. They're like, yeah, right here, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, she was arrested for domestic violence. And the judge looked at me and he goes, "Is this your girlfriend or ex-wife?" I said, "It was my son's mom, my girlfriend." He goes, You didn't. I'm like, no, read the report if you want, sir. And he goes, what do you mean? I'm like, first of all, it literally states in the report that I stated to the cop that I am more afraid of hitting a woman than a cop arresting me. I would rather a cop arrest me than ever hit a woman. And the judge looked at me and goes, why is that? I said, it's because my mom was abused. My mom was physically abused for fucking 10 years. And she divorced. That was my father. I was raised not to hit a woman in anger. I was raised not to raise a fist. On top of that, I am a Marine, and I goddamn well will tell you that if I saw any man hitting a woman, I would go to jail beating his ass to death. And the judge was like, looked at the lawyer and was like, you gotta stop barking up the wrong tree.
That's funny, man.
And there is actually a follow-on case with that to destroy the city manager's immunity. And if her immunity is destroyed from this case, I am filing a case against her for the water drainage issue.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Just
of fucking
waiting for that
boots.
stuff to come through. I won't get a lot of money out of it, but it'll just be more for, honestly, it's more for spite.
Yeah. Understandable.
Then the fun part was when the judge decided, he goes, I'd like to know your
the
military
boots.
background. I'm like, United States Marine, 1992, 1997, radio operator, served 1 year in overseas in Okinawa as a radio operator in artillery. I learned air naval gunfire, came back, got stationed in Camp Pendleton. While in Camp Pendleton, I got sent to Somalia not once but twice because I had special training on a radio, and I had artillery and air naval gunfire training. He goes, "You're disabled vet?" I said, "Yep, 100%, sir." And he goes,
This is my necro set.
he just like, "Thank you for your service." And he goes, "You can step down." He goes, I was like, "But our people haven't heard nothing." He goes,
chest, please.
"You being here is good enough for me." He goes, "There's no way that you were." I was like, "Oh, thank God." Which I know I didn't tell Wizard any of this because I didn't think about it because it was stupid stuff.
You good, bro?
But you know
So
now.
are you still a cop, Wizard?
Nah, retired.
Gotcha.
He retarded.
I tried to leave it once and I got roped back into it. I missed it. Now I'm just like, I'm 50, I guess almost 52. So it's like, I'm going to do it a few more years.
When did you turn 52?
Right before you, because yours is in October, if I remember correct.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Brea's in September, I think.
Yeah.
That's right. We had that conversation. I forgot about that.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I like it here, man. Small community, like what I grew up in Oklahoma, and I ain't got a lot of crime. And I live on a goddamn island, so it's not like I have to deal with stolen cars or nothing. Because where the fuck they gonna take them?
Canada.
Yeah, but they got to get off the island. There's only one ferry to do that, and we always sit there for it at the ferry. So, or we have to. Man, these motherfuckers the other day, they called up and nobody was available. So I went down there. They said, "Oh, there's a suspicious package on the ferry." I said, "Okay." So I get down there and I go up on the ferry, and they come walking over by me and they're all talking on their phones. I'm like, "Get the fuck away from me with those phones." They're like, what? I said, if this is an IED or something, you motherfuckers gonna blow us up. And they're like, what? I said, get your fucking phones, your radios, get the fuck out of here, dude. And they were like, oh shit. I said, now, goddamn. I was like, we're dead. I was like, it obviously ain't a bomb, or we'd probably all be dead right now. You dumbasses. Well, I was pissed. So I was like, I said, you all need to go to some bomb classes or something. Holy shit. Yeah. Not the brightest people on the ferries. Well, I will chat with y'all later. I guess I'm going to log in and listen to them blow themselves, and then I'll have to give my damn report.
All right, bro.
Enjoy.
Talk to
Sorry, we
Talk to you soon.
your ear off.
Bye.
I think it's fishing.
My boat's still there.
The boat is still there.
On the map, it says my boat's still there.
Oh. Oh, okay, I get it. Actually, let me see if I freshwater fish tonight, or do I need saltwater fish?
I'm actually on my way back. I'm skipping some nodes, but I'm getting others. And I'm gonna go freshwater fish tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna freshwater fish too, because I need freshwater algae. Actually, no, I have a box of it. Hold on. No, I don't. But I still want to. I'm trying to get a stack of each fish. And plus, early in the morning, what I'll do is I'll. Why is it? Oh, because I got all the bait on me. Early in the morning, I'll turn off my auto fishing and then put on the auto water collection because I need fresh water. So I'll do that. So anyway, for those hanging out on YouTube,
Well, you hit 60 in alchemy, and I need to hit 60 in cooking.
I'm working on it.
I haven't seen you work on it all day. You were gone with your kids all day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, at least I admitted you were gone with your kids. I could have said you were just slacking off all day.
I don't really have kids. It's all a figment of my imagination, just so I don't have to deal with people in Discord.
I believe that completely. except for the fact I've hurt your daughter.
Ah, fuck. That's right.
And you've
soundboard.
You've sent me
Soundboard.
pictures
Soundboard.
AI.
Sent me pictures of somebody's elbow. Their knee, somebody's knee. Whose it was.
Anyway, for those hanging out on YouTube, I'm going to switch off because I'm going to do my infamous AFK fishing stream. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do so. It really does help me out. I'm trying to build up a following over there. I don't post a lot of videos. I do a lot of streaming. So, but thank you very much for those who are, and have a good night and take care.